2,000 centuries now, since we started standing tall, since we looked across the landscape and decided we rule it all. So much time you spend alone, with a planet to call your own, when you're king of the trees and the birds and the bees, nothing else can pick a bone. Still you look up above and you wonder if you and yours are all that there are. And you feel like you're being dragged under by the impossible depths of the stars. And then they descend from up on high. Someone else lets you know through an astral light show that you're not as alone as you thought so far. Cause with a crash and a roar they emerge through your door with their engines of shining light. And there's no going back, no retreat or attack once they've shattered your lonely night. You're not alone, and you never can be again. Not close to alone once your solitary era ends. Cause they're here loud and proud, don't care if they're not allowed, and you'll both break if you don't bend. So many pathways that could splinter for the time, but you try to choose correctly, you can't know the fixed line. You hesitate to the doom of your state, or summon fire from underground. Only seconds to wait, pick a path, seal your fate in a storm of fury and sound. While hearing they descend from up on high, from their castle in the sky. The moment of truth arrives, it arrives when the world is screaming and you're looking at the cause. When presidents tremble at the sight of alien claws, and you're not a leader, prime minister, teacher, you're a sinner, and that's your pride. But you stare down the mall that has struck earth with awe, and you take a step inside. And you're not alone, and you never want to be again. Not close to alone, the stars wait for you to ascend. It's been echoing loudly, but now you shout proudly that it's time for the fear to end. Who are you? Who are you that save the world? Who are you? Banner bold unfurled.
You're Enzo, Jaruush. You're the savior of mankind. So it's not a title I chose for myself, and anyone you couldn't find. If the bad lords came, I was scared, don't feel shame, but I did what anyone would do. At least that's what they say. Looking back on that day, it was beings that ship and not you. I'm Enzo, Jaruush. Lots of heroes that we all deserve. So lots of king was the gods that they say. Darlings, I'm just here to serve. I'm Enzo, Jaruush. Good evening, people of Earth. Good evening, and you're welcome. For those of you who don't know who I am, of course you all know who I am. Yes, to me too. No holograms, no Vevron thought beams, just me, Enzo Jaruush, and my flesh. And what flesh it is, huh? The flesh of an international pop star, runway model, best-selling author, and savior of mankind from complete and total destruction. It is flesh to be proud of. Cast me to damnation and gouge out my eyes. Where are my manners? This is my wonderfully accompanied, but wonderfully talented accompanist, Ernst Marcus.
And songwriter.
And songwriter. It's just getting to that. And this is Enzo Jaruush's Trans-Species Peace and Happiness Funtime Cavalcade. 4 years it has been. For long, long years, since this very night, 4 years ago, when the lights appeared in the sky and turned the sun whoopsie-turvy for all time. Who could forget that? Not I, my darlings. Not I. Not I. And listen to talking.
My mouth is for music.
It's for music. 4 years it has been since I stopped the Devlons from destroying us. And surely I've been thanked in many, many ways. I've also been not thanked in many other ways, but we will not dwell on that. For tonight is not about me. No, tonight is about those brave men, women, and Devlons that have come together since that day to build the new, glorious worlds that we all inhabit. Without them, we would surely be doomed. Just as we would be if I had not stopped the Devlons from destroying us and turning it into a pile of rubble. But tonight is not about me. I said that already. Ernst, didn't I say that?
You did say that.
Ernst? But you said it was rhetorical. It's an English thing. It's a... As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, which I have already forgiven you for, tonight is not about me, but about them. Tonight they will speak to you. They will bear their souls, their thoughts, their very beings through a medium I did not create, but surely has anyone but God you perfected. Song. They will speak, they will sing, they will bring you closer to the action of that day and all the days after that than anyone ever has before. And I? Well, I would say I have done more than enough already, wouldn't you? Because I'm Enzo Jaruush, the savior of mankind.
It's just a simple man, another him you couldn't find.
Thank you, Enzo Jaruush. Bye-bye. For now.
House with a little white fence and double bubble gum for just 99 cents. A little white girl in a little white dress. Ain't that the way it was before this big scary mess? Well, it's an American vision, an American dream, in an American world, one that backs the right team. It's my American vision, my American dream. A beautiful world, close your eyes and you'll see. But where does it come from? Yeah, that red, white, and blue. Does it come from the people, folks like me and like you? Does it come from good citizens who we owe love and thanks? No sir, it's Tomahawk missiles and our M60 tanks. Well, it's an American vision, an American dream, in an American world, one that backs the right team. It's my American vision, my American dream. A beautiful world, close your eyes and you'll see. Who needs the troops when they fight to be free from the tyranny of terror from across the stars and sea? The man you can thank, yeah, he takes care of business. He's big and he's strong and he gets the job finished. He's fearsome and feral like a bull or a hawk. He's an Aries in the flesh, his general Brick Bullock. Brick Bullock. Brick Bullock.
I heard you, damn it.
Brick Bullock.
I'm not singing.
I think Enzo was supposed to be.
I saw the people and I said I'm not singing.
Brick Bullock.
Fine. I'll go for Enzo, not you.
He's a big, handsome general
With a big, sexy brain.
He's a battle-hardened war machine
Who brings on the pain.
He's got drones over Denmark. He's got tanks in Tehran.
Congress doesn't know that.
But he does it as he can.
I'm the Terminator, baby. Watch me scrub my stuff.
You know he's packing more than missiles.
Okay, that's enough.
He's the Duke of Destruction. He's the Baron of Blood. He's the master of the massacre and never fires duds. He's General Brick. 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 Brick.
Bullock! name is General Brick Bullock, United States Marine Corps. And I know what I'm talking about when I say not only is war good, but it's cool and fun as well. War is, at its core, a place where you and your buddies can hang out and do awesome stuff together. Sure, a few people might die, but in the end, it's really not that bad. People who say otherwise simply don't have many friends. Certainly don't have as many friends as I do. As a U.S. general, everybody wants to be my friend. And as a U.S. general, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to war. What happened up there, that wasn't war. That wasn't anything close to war. We started getting pings off the air pickets over D.C., Mumbai, and Riyadh in approximately 0400 hours. We would have assumed terrestrial bogey stateside and possible FAO in the Saudi region, except for the fact that all three signals had identical EAV, LAO, and leeward path. In civilian terms, these were identical aircraft, moving at identical speed, all in perfect synchronization. It was enough to make my hair stand on end. Enough to remind me of the old days, of the real war. I said before that war is good and fun. Which it is, as long as you're a general. Sometimes, though, my past comes back to me. Back when I was just an FNG, boots on the ground, man on the front lines. Sometimes the demons come. The year was 1973, and everyone got their draft notices. I got mine like the rest, but Daddy was able to fix it, so I got a deferment on account of plantar fasciitis. But Don, Willie, Teddy, they all shipped out and never came home. I had to do something. I had to help out somehow with that damn plantar fasciitis. I was a cripple. I was less than a cripple. I was a waste. But they rebuilt me. They had the technology. They gave me high-tech padded inserts for my shoes, put me on a brutal regimen of gentle stretches and surgery. 45 grueling minutes of surgery. But I overcame. I endured. I was better, stronger, faster, ready. Now, the draft was over by then, and Daddy still wouldn't allow me to enlist, but Uncle Scott was able to get me into an experimental program. A simulated war in a simulated country that felt real as all hell. A joint training exercise between the United States military and the Foreign Intervention Wing of Alka-Seltzer. We deployed over the southern shore of Alkistan by moonlight. The fire, the burning, the foam. Oh God, the foam! Sanderson, is that you? No, Sanderson, eat slower, damn it! Eat slower! No! No! Oh! 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 That ping over the air pickets was all we got before they revealed themselves. The Vevlon mothership dropped out of orbit directly over Washington, D.C., and an alien envoy appeared on the White House lawn in a flash of light. He spoke in perfect English through some sort of amplifying device on his chest that the Vevlons meant us no harm, wished only peace and cooperation between our worlds. Sounded like a load of crop to me. Our government still wanted to send an ambassador. Luckily, the president went himself. They spoke for about 16 seconds by my watch, and then war was immediately declared. Now, we gave them a good spanking in the first half, I'm not going to lie to you. F-16s tore through their air troops over Mumbai. Their ground forces were overwhelmed in England by drunk soccer fans in the streets. And our Tomahawk missiles managed to knock their mothership out of the sky into the Allianz Arena in Germany. Everything seemed to be going our way until those four-armed bastards revealed their ace in the hole. With no other options left, they would detonate the mothership core, irradiating the atmosphere and wiping out both races. We thought we were doomed. Thought that was it. And then Enzo walked into that ship. It was his arena show they crashed at, and we all thought he was a goner, but he walked out a few minutes later and the Vevlons surrendered. That was it. You know, normally I would regard any man in Daisy Dukes as not only hostile, but a threat. But Enzo Jaruush is a goddamn American hero. That's why I sang your song.
Connections that stretch across space and time. I see planets, see their reason and rhyme. Are they all blind, or do they just not want to see? The evidence is staggering, the research is free, but they're lazy, stupid creatures, and they won't lift a hand, not even to prevent total destruction of man. But I'm flying high above it, I'm high above it all. One wrong slip, I'll fall and trip, but for now I stand tall. I see connections stretch across space and time. I see planets, see their reason and rhyme. But this one has neither, or so it would seem. It's filled with closed-minded bigots, all unable to dream. I see sun drops of yellow, I see skies of blue. I see almost to infinity, so why can't you? I see you all down there, all sick and sallow down there. No lofty visions to be found, you all just scream and bicker. But I'm a man with open eyes,
and my name is Chris Flicker. You try to lock me down, you try to lock me up, but I'm nobody's clown and I'm a bishop's buttercup. I see spiraling infinities of endless black oblivities, a tapestry of starlight weaving back to me. I see connections across space and time. I see planets, I see their reason and rhyme. I see shimmering secrets of the black and the blue. I can see the truth is out there, so why can't you? I don't float. I'm not a floater. I'm not a floating person. That's not my mode. That's not how I interact with the world. I don't exist in that kind of space. I'm a unanimous person most of the time. I admit I'm wrong. I admit I'm wrong, and I do have grace. I do. That being said, oh man, was I right? I was right. Aliens, baby. Did I not call it? Did I not fucking call it? I've been saying it for years, and now that I'm out of prison, I can say to people who, like actual people, oh, I was right, true, correct, accurate, veracious, I was right. Who's crazy now, Dad? Who's a danger to himself and others now, Dr. Lewis? Who smells too much like Vienna sausage to ever consider taking to prom now, Samantha Carter? Chris Flicker is not crazy because Chris Flicker was right. I'm Chris Flicker. Hello. Hi. And for the last 4 years, I've been in federal prison for... We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Don't worry, we'll get to that. What's the important part is what I was doing for the 3 years immediately prior to that, which is to stay, i.e., predicting the most important event in all of human history. Yeah, that's right. I knew they were coming. I knew they were coming. You people didn't listen to me. But it's funny. It's funny. It's funny. Because I knew it was coming. People call me crazy. People call me conspiracy theorist. People call me unidentified white male lurking outside the Waffle House. But did I listen? Not for a second, because I knew the truth. And I knew I was right. From the beginning. The beginning. Okay, so it starts. Okay. See, I was never what you call it, popular or gifted or present in high school. I was actually dropped out my junior year to pursue a career in professional freebasing, which I thought was like a rock climbing thing, or like a base jumping thing. When my friend Cody was explaining the pitch to me, but turns out it was something else. But by the time I realized that, I was already mainlining cocaine into my femoral artery, so I figured, why not stick that out? You know. All right, so we did that. And then one day, me and Cody were just chilling, and we were doing asthma blasters. Which is this thing where we would steal this asthmatic kid, Alex Martin's inhaler, and we would rip GHB out of it, which gives you a pretty chill body high, and also lets you learn the true name of God. it's Lydia. And, right, we've done that. And we were just chilling on the couch watching old episodes of Reading Rainbow when all of a sudden Norbert looks at the camera and says, "The advance team is away. Hail Vevla." And Cody says it was just the drugs, but Cody was in the corner crying because the celebrity host that week reminded him too much of his dad. So what does Cody know? He was real, man. I swear to Lydia. So I went all in on this, you know, and the deeper I went, the more clear it was that something was happening. You know, there were coded messages hidden everywhere, in movies, on TV, in this old weird play I found at the library about demons or prostitutes or something. I'm not a theater person, I don't know, but it was there. And I told people, and they didn't listen. They had me arrested, if you can believe that. Arrested for telling the truth. Actually, it was for scaling the fence of an Air Force base with a katana strapped to my back, but I was doing that for the truth. And one day later, the Vevlons came. So. But now something's happening again. I can feel it. You know, deep space activity, that sort of thing. Mysterious disappearances. And I went back to that old play. And it turns out if you take the second letter of every fourth line, spoken by a character named Pussy Sinclair, it spells out he who, round two, round two. And if you can't see that's something, I don't know what to tell you. You're hopeless. Does anyone here have asthma?
Deutschland, people have a saying, "Jede Kuh lässt sich milken, so it goes." It means not every cow will let you milk it. It tells a story that most everybody knows. It means that when your life feels down and out and hopeless, and everybody wants to keep you down, except that some things you can never change, and just focus on what you can turn around. I prefer a different translation, for when you feel the boots upon your head, you take the cow behind the paddock fences, you take the milk by force yourself instead. So march on, and never bow your head to the wind. Ride on, mein Kumpel, ride on. Never look behind or deep within. In Deutschland there the people have a saying, "Das Leben ist kein Ponyhof," they say. It means that life is not a little pony farm. It takes a tooth and nail to get your way. It's a dog-eat-dog existence in the world, mein Herr. It's nasty and it's brutish and it's short. And that's if you're a dog at all to start with. It's worse when you're a beast of other sorts. You must be tough, you must be sharp, muscled stone within your heart, as your enemies all clatter at your door. You must cut and you must claw, must rely on chalk and awe, or soon your blood will pool upon the floor. So march on, and never bow your head to the wind. Ride on, my people, ride on. Never look behind or deep within. Not many have the strength to be amazing, to hold the world's onslaught safe at bay, to command the people's utter rapt attention, and grow each more in stature day by day. Not many have the strength for a dissection of a Vevlon corpse on pay-per-view TV. Only one has taken that direction.
Sabrina Jaruush, PhD. In America, people have a saying, "A photograph is worth 1,000 words." It means that no matter how you write or speak it, reality will dwarf the things you've heard. I took that to my heart when I first read it, and thought to myself, why should I stop there? If 1,000 words are worth a little photo, then I commit a million live on air. So march on, and never bow to cowardice or shame. Ride on, my friends, ride on, and soon the world will cry out your name. You know, despite what people say about me, I was never in it for the money. That's not why I started Vevlon Global, for the money. No, I was always in it for the science of it all. It was a fascinating time from a scientific perspective. Alien ships appearing in the sky. A radical, violent confirmation that we are not alone in this universe. Other people were asking, where are they from? Why are they here? I was the only one asking, if you cut one of these things open, is there something inside that could power a car, or perhaps a NutriBullet? And as the success of Vevlon Mobile has proven, the answer was, of course, a resounding yes. I was working for the Department of Defense when Enzo saved the world. It somehow got out that I was to be the lead dissector of the first official Vevlon operation. And all of a sudden, reporters were everywhere, banging down my door, blowing up my cell phone, asking me for the inside scoop. And I figured, if aliens aren't some big secret anymore, then what's the point of hiding? So I called up NBC and asked if they would like to do a live broadcast of the operation. They were thrilled, of course. The government less so and fired me, but there were more than enough Vevlon corpses if you knew which dumpsters to check, and we didn't really care that the Vevlon leadership was asking for the return of its dead, so my show was still a go. We cut one open on the Today Show while Hoda Kotb threw up in a trash can behind the couch. And that's when we learned about the gold mine that had just fallen into our laps. The Vevlon anatomy, as we've seen readily so far, is a fantastic thing. Their equivalent of kidneys can power a Nissan Altima for up to 6 months. It can power a Toyota Tercel for 4 months, a Chevy Volt for 2, and for reasons we can't quite explain, a 1994 Ford Bronco for an entire year. The Vevlon brain can be reprocessed into the now ubiquitous thought beam. Picture perfect quality inside your brain without the need of a screen that replaced traditional televisions inside 1 month. But of course, their most amazing use is as, yes, house paint. Liquefied Vevlon is weatherproof, fireproof, and just the most gorgeous shade of purple you've ever seen. I use it on all 4 of my buildings. Now, that's not to say I promote cruelty to Vevlons in any way. That's a time of the past. We're past that barbaric time in our histories, and we're in a new era of peace and understanding between our kinds. All of our raw materials are humanely sourced from prisons in the Vevlon quarter of Boston. It's been more than enough, actually. You know how much Vevlon's like causing trouble. Oh, that's not offensive, that's the truth! I have great sympathy for the immigrant struggle, be they from another country or another star system. My own grandfather was a German immigrant. Came here in the 1940s as part of an expat program called Operation Paperclip, and he did many, many great things while he was here. I'm sure if Pop Pop was still alive, he would approve of my turn to the private sector. You know, humanity had been in an energy crisis for decades, whether we realized it or not. And many fixes have been tried. This solution, my solution, the Jungblut solution, I assure you, is quite final.
I'm sorry.
I don't pay you to be sorry, I pay you to be the best.
When am I getting paid for this, incidentally? I kept trying to ask you during rehearsals, but you would fake a phone call every time.
Oh, and Heidi, it's terminal. Oh no! Oh, sorry, I just have to go. Love you for today. Bye-bye.
It's a difficult process, this art stuff. But it's rewarding. For example, this next song, perhaps the greatest song I've ever written in my whole career. It took 6 months, 20 drafts, and 3 reams of staff paper, but
I just play the stupid song.
within every heart lies a warrior soul, a dragon slayer battling ogres, giants, trolls.
Whatever the bad boys.
What?
I told Endo I wanted to enter the bad boys, the cops team.
I don't know what that is.
Not this fruity hooty German bullshit. I got it. Okay? I got it. What you want, Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? They're coming in the front, coming in the... Yeah. Take notes, Ernest. That's how you write a song.
Ernst.
That's what I said. Hey, everybody. Officer Danny O'Chung here, CPD. Retired. Fired, technically. We don't need to get into that here. We do not need to get into that here. I currently oversee safety and security protocols at the Springbrook Shopping Center. Some people would call me a mall cop. I would call myself a mall guardian. Me and my Segway are all that stands between my beat and utter chaos, and I take that responsibility seriously. It's a little something called the thin beige line, alright? Now, some people like to mock me for taking my position so serious. Call me bitch. Call me Paul Blart. Call me, Wetzel's Pretzels Wet Dick Head Ass. That last one they'll do after throwing a strawberry lemonade at my crotch and then skateboarding into the Macy's before I can give chase, but I don't mind. I'm fine with it, because my vigilance paid off when those Vevlons came. See, I was there during the invasion in uniform. I wasn't supposed to be, technically, as I was on paid leave from the mall. Me and my manager, Steve, disagreed over some of my suppression methods. I argued that I took the necessary and appropriate steps to neutralize a threat to myself and the greater shopping center community. He argued that tackling a 13-year-old girl to the ground as she walked out of Sephora and stunning her with a cattle prod was psychotic and irresponsible, despite the fact that she was clearly shopping. And he asked me why I had the cattle prod in the first place, and I told him, look, buddy, if my cattle prod hadn't been here today, then my little thug would have skipped out of here with a whole Tarday High Tides and Good Vibes lip gloss kit. Free of charge. And I guess that's the world Steve would rather live in, because then he put me on leave. Now, I don't know what to do with myself if I'm not out there hitting the streets, protecting citizens. So I put on my cop uniform and started walking my old beat out of habit. Wasn't technically a cop uniform or a child's police costume from the double husky section of Spirit Halloween, but I still had my gun, so people respected my authority by crossing the street when I passed by. I had just passed 68th and was rounding on the Marquette when those ships appeared in the sky. I didn't have to think for a second. I knew exactly what to do, what they trained me to do in the academy. I fired my weapon wildly in the air in the general direction of the encroaching hazard, and I'm guessing that had them pretty scared, because that's when those Vevlons started beaming down for themselves. Now, at this point, I had declared martial law over the 2 blocks between 68th and Marquette and was doing my best to restore order. I was doing an environmental sweep, practicing proper policeman's firearm safety procedures. Safety flick to off, trigger already halfway pulled, gun held sideways to look cool and optimize under the leg trick shots. Now, I was moving when I heard a rustle in some bushes behind me, and I whipped around to ascertain the nature of the threat. But by the time I realized it was just some family's dog, I'd already pumped 3 slugs in there. So I got out before anyone noticed. Now I'd stopped for a breather after sprinting an entire half block, and that's when the Vevlon showed up. This thing must have been 6'4", 290 pounds, 4 giant arms, carrying some sort of electric sword thing. Yeah. I didn't hesitate for a second. I'd been trained in this, the handling of hostile targets and so on. So I pulled my weapon and I shouted, "Surrender now under the authority of the Springbrook Shopping Center of downtown Evanston." And he looks at me like he's about to attack. He looks up at the sky, and back at me, and drops his weapon. Now, thank you. Beige lives matter. But now people tell me that was because of Enzo Jaruush. But I doctored enough evidence tapes to know my timelines. And the Chicago Vevlons surrendered 20 minutes before the European went into that ship. So if I wasn't the hero there, what do you think happened, huh? Think about it, people. Think about it. That's no bad place. Bye.
You're in comfort, you're at peace, your life suits you quite fine. Your house, your family, all arranged by neat design. When suddenly the cracks appear throughout the clear green sky, held tightly in your mother's arms, but no one tells you why. Whipping through the inky black, the starlight flecks streak off your back as you spin away so far away from home. And the things you thought you had through thick and thin, from good to bad, are dead and gone, leaving you alone. Weary, wicked traveler, oh, won't you find a home to welcome you with open arms, and nevermore you'll roam. Weary, wicked traveler, oh, won't you rest your eyes, and someday find a refuge beneath a brighter sky. A light in the distance, a speck in the void, a spinning sapphire spheroid, a spark of hope and joy. So dive, so land, touch down upon the beach. The thing that you've been dreaming of is right within your reach. And you know it won't be easy, and you know you'll be attacked, but still you stagger forward, cause there's no more turning back. No, you'll never turn it back. No, you'll never bring it back. Weary, wicked traveler, oh, won't you find a home to welcome you with open arms, and nevermore you'll roam. Weary, wicked traveler, oh, won't you rest your eyes, and someday find a refuge beneath the brighter sky.
Brighter sky, a brighter sky, a big, beautiful, wonderful, brighter sky. You're earthbound, you're getting right, as you wade through the darkest night. No more doubts, not storms, no more surges and strife. You enjoy the fountains of a hard-based life. The longer you're bound, here the longer you stay. The more those awful memories seem to just fade away. No more solar storms howling, no more cries of the land. You knew that you were running, but you didn't understand what it meant when the airlock slammed down over the door, and the engines engaged with that telltale roar of Oh, beautiful, for spacious sky, oh, amber wave of grain. Oh, my name is Crank. What's up, gamer? Is it your boy, Fizzlet Crank? Yum, yum. And keep some hearts going in the chat for your boy, Fizz. Some you may know me, some you been sleeping with Rob. I am biggest not human Twitch streamer in all of Earth time, so pretty big deal, pretty big deal. Big shout out Enzo Jaruush. Give me on stage, give me place, show my new look. 13 plastic surgery, 2 skin graft, 4 limb amputation, and 1 new human-looking deadline. Me! Hands scheduled next Thursday. Surgery waiting list. Purple sweat, baby. Tanning. Lot of Devlon, not like Earth people, not Fizz. No, not me. No. We love it, Earth. Earth, great planet, maybe greatest planet, don't we love it, folks? Yeah! No McDonald on Vevla, no Twitch stream on the Vevla, no, just green sky on Vevla, waterfall, stone tower, rebel war, much rebel war in Vevla. But Earth is good, because Earth has peace. Human no fight human on Earth, no, only Vevlon. Only bad Vevlon. Good Vevlon go far on Earth. That is what Phase Alpha tells Fizz when he take you. Phase Alpha, Fizz, friend, show me Earth stuff, show me Minecraft. Loving Minecraft. Vevla was a constructor. No, I say, engineer. Think to worker, it get built, make man great thing on Vevla. Now play Minecraft on Twitch. Good change. Was scared on Vevla, very scared. But then golden disc from Earth come, named Voyager, called picture in sound in Chuck Berry song. Ready ding ding ding. Johnny be good. Oh, he's good. He's give us hope, give us place to go. Earth is home now. Live America City on Earth. Love America City, yeah. I meet president, you know. Had a very special job when I come here first time. I was envoy. Come down in face beam, say peace. President, he come to me. He tell me great story about a Vanity Fair editor grading Carter. Then say time for war. But thought was that bad then, but she was good now. They tell me good was bad, but I think can't remember. It's I was envoy. I don't remember what happened after invasion. We crash land. Shalom want to blow reactor, but then Enzo come aboard. Enzo, he sing us song. It's very loud song. It's very ugly song. But Shalom still says surrender. He's go with them. Why? Meet president, make new friends. They teach me many things. Teach me human speak, teach me human song, teach me MAGA, go MAGA, send them back, look them up. It's good. I sing human song. I sing wrong, have to be called. But sing right, get Minecraft. Please let me face alpha, please let a friend. But already hate friend. Where's Shalom? Where's Shalom? Shalom? Aż frenzy algo. Shalom! Aż frenzy algo. I love the shape of you. I love the heart. I love you. It's good, Vevlon. Good, Vevlon, go far on earth.
It's been 2,000 centuries now since we started standing tall, since we looked across the landscape and decided we rule it all. It's been 4 long years now since the meeting of our tribes, since that entrance through the atmosphere changed all our lives. Society changing, science rearranging, we forget what we thought we knew. If we'd known all along what the future would hold, would we have known what to do? Cause when death's at your door and they're threatening war, then brother, you're gonna have to choose. Cause you're not alone, and you never will be again. Not close to alone, after making interstellar friends. And when push comes to shove, we choose peace and love, the way we always do. There's only one man does whatever he can to make sure that stays true. It's Enzo Jaruush.
Jaruush, the healer of our world, and the struggle to swim is just part of my plan. Soon to be unfurled. It's Enzo Jaruush. I turn to you, my darlings. I can feel it. Emotions, they're running high. Traumas, they've been freshly unburied. You're strong, my Dennis. We are so strong. We have been through so much, this planet, these people. From our brave leaders like General Bullock, to our bold innovators like Dr. Youngblood, to our unwashed pill freaks like Chris Flicker. We are all so strong. We are all so powerful. I don't do this lightly, but I snap for you. I give snaps for you are all warriors. You are all crusaders, and you have deserved a reward. Not just any reward, see, reward of rewards, but what could I bestow? I will sing for you one last time. Ernst, if you please, ein, zwei,
3,000 centuries now
drei.
that we roamed across the stars, and yet you thought us brutes and monsters, invaders from afar. But if you slap away our olive branch and draw your sword, that's fine. 'Cause while you think we're whipped and beaten, we're only biding our time. You're not alone. Not close to alone, but you will be at the end. You spat and you spurned us, you blasted and burned us. Did you think that would be easy to mend? Twist our minds, crush and grind, till we've got no place to go. What's a brand new dawn? 'Cause Ernst Marcus is gone. Now Trollon Gray is running the show. Now rise to your feet. We've got men to defeat, and Vellon's combined. Better to lead the uprising than the savior of mankind.
Thank you, Enzo,
Oh yeah, that's it, guys.
Thank you, Julie Glantz. This is the first stage of Enzo Jaruush's Peace and Happiness Funtime Cavalcade. We're hoping to develop it into a wildly successful Netflix miniseries.
You should really check out these wrap-up speeches.